This is Valley News Live at 6.
Minnesota State Patrol responds to a vehicle versus pedestrian accident just before 4:30 Friday afternoon in Bagley. The Ford Windstar, driven by 80-year-old Lamona Mae Martin of Bagley, was traveling north on Highway 92. And as she turned into the westbound lane on Highway 2, Martin's vehicle collided with the pedestrian. That's been identified as 58-year-old Brenda Gabrisic of Bagley in the crosswalk. Now, Gabrisic was sent to Sanford Bagley Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Alcohol was not involved in this incident. Bagley Police, Fire, and Sanford Ambulance also responded to this incident. A West Fargo high school teacher resigns after meeting with the West Fargo Police Department. Now, a spokesperson with the school district says on Tuesday, February 2nd, law enforcement served a warrant to Ron Thompson, the teacher involved at Cheyenne and West Fargo high schools. After Thompson met with officers, he submitted his letter of resignation, effective immediately. The school board will take action on Thompson's release at their next meeting on Monday, February 8th. A letter has been sent to West Fargo High School's principal asking staff to contact administration immediately if Thompson reaches out to any staff or students. Well, the sun was shining bright in the sky, but the weather gives us potential frostbite if you aren't really dressed appropriately. Let's check in with forecaster Summer Snowbalk on this First Alert Weather Day. Hey, Summer.
Hey, Brian, I think it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. It is cold outside with a capital C. That's why we have First Alert Weather Days raised for today, right on into tomorrow as well. We do have nice clear skies, so it was deceptive as you were looking outside today, seeing the sun shining bright. But as soon as you step out, it's a different story. A wind chill warning in the areas shaded in pink and a wind chill advisory in the areas shaded in blue continue through Tuesday afternoon at 12 o'clock. So the cold isn't going anywhere. Here's a look at our low temperatures, actual air temperatures from this morning. Fargo fell to 14 degrees below, 17 below in Grand Forks, Hallock, and Grafton, 22 degrees below in Langdon and Rolla. But factor in the wind chills. Rolla, it felt like 54 degrees below zero this morning, 51 below in Langdon, 49 below in Harvey, 45 below in Roseau, and 38, one of the warmer spots here in Fargo. And Brian, we have more cold to talk about. I'll give you your forecast for your Super Bowl Sunday coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll stay tuned with you to see how much colder it's going to get. Thanks again, Summer. Well, Governor Tim Walz is deploying the Minnesota National Guard for potential civil unrest during the trials of the former Minneapolis officers that are charged in the death of George Floyd. They would serve during the trial of Derek Chauvin, which is scheduled to be on March 8th, and then they'll be around for the trial of the other 3 officers that's scheduled for August. Well, it's clear that human traffickers focus on large events like the Super Bowl, but the police would like to remind you that trafficking happens every day. In North Dakota, Sergeant Michael Bolme says there are dozens of women working as prostitutes, many of them juveniles or runaways. He says the sex workers operate a circuit.
And basically they'll be in Bismarck a couple days and then go to Dickinson and then up to Minot and Watford and even like Beulah, those smaller towns. And it's simply just for the money. They know there's customers here.
Bolme says the police department is consistently keeping an eye on websites where transactions for trafficking are known to occur. He advises parents to also stay engaged with their children. And if you suspect somebody is in a bad situation, contact your local law enforcement. The North Dakota Department of Health is changing their COVID-19 hotline hours. Starting today, the hotline will no longer take calls on Saturdays. You can still reach out to the hotline from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoons, Monday through Friday. Rapid coronavirus breath tests are set to roll out in the Netherlands. Starting this week, testing facilities in Amsterdam will introduce a breath test called Spironose. The machine works similarly to a breath alcohol test. A person simply breathes into the machine, which can detect a coronavirus infection within minutes. Health experts say the machine is more reliable in detecting a negative test, but a positive test should be followed with a nasal swab test. Well, many weddings have been canceled due to the pandemic, but at a Madrid hospital, it was the coronavirus that provided the push for 2 COVID-19 patients to get married. Now, 62-year-old Rosario was admitted to the hospital together with her 70-year-old partner Fernando some 10 days ago after they both fell ill with the virus. Now, shortly after being admitted, Fernando popped the big question to Rosario via a WhatsApp app. message. The pair had been separated for the treatment in different units of the facility, with Fernando being in worse condition than Rosario. And so the wedding took place there and then with a priest officiating via video call. Nurses and doctors applauded as they kissed and placed rings on each other's hands. Fernando in bed and Rosario in a wheelchair beside him. Have you signed up for the VNO Vaccine Tracker? It's a great way to stay on top of the latest vaccine information. You can access national and local resources in just 2 easy steps. Just open up your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen. Then tap the link that pops up. Well, later on Valley News Live at 6, colder temperatures might be keeping kids at home after trying for months to get them back in school. And this is not the day to go outside without layers. We're talking negative. Oh.
That's right. Temperatures are already in the teens below zero, and we're going to continue falling. I'll have your bitter cold hour by hour forecast coming up right after the break.